And we're live. What is up? How to build gamers. Got to come up with a better name for the community. It's appropriate, but not really. How to build gamers. How's everybody doing? I wanted to go live. I know I haven't done that a lot in here, but wanted to do it just to see how everybody's doing. All the craziness going on. It's easy to really get off track. For example, I've been making a video every week until 2 weeks ago when all this stuff happened and everything in everybody's lives, I think, has gotten turned on its ear, put it mildly, the last few weeks. But getting my mojo back. Something like this, you've got to have a little extra grace for yourself. This is, to say this is unprecedented is quite an understatement. It's very different than anything most, if not all of us, have experienced in our lives. So I want to kind of hop on, come live, just see how people are doing. How's everybody doing? What are you working on these days? Are you still working on a day job remotely? Are you still building games? How's that going? I wanted to see, and I'm throwing out a lot of questions. Feel free to answer in the chat, answer the comments. Some of these are just, maybe I'll even make a survey later and just kind of get some people's thoughts on stuff. I just want to kind of find out what you, the community, wants from me, how I can serve you best in this time and in general. Have you been watching my videos? I did why the idea guy sucks and how they can suck less. How to get the most out of tutorials, how to ask for help, Pomodoro technique. Why the idea guy is awesome, because sometimes they are. So if you've been watching those, do you like them? And that's not, programming related, but it's still very much a game development related kind of a thing, even if it's not programming specific. So what kind of tutorials are you looking for? Of course, that's also going to kind of depend on where you at in your game dev journey. So let me know that. Drop a comment. Are you looking for more beginner tutorials? Basics of Unity? Are you looking for more intermediate advanced tutorials? And in those, I'm talking more kind of about the programming, a little bit about the mindset. Are you looking for more tutorials on game design and theory? Like how to take a rough idea and turn that into a game. I've done that. Or how to come up with game ideas. Or how to find a cool mechanic and kind of explore that and toy around with that until it becomes a game. These are all things that I've done that I'm happy to share my processes. I don't really know what people are wanting out of everything. So in some of the first videos that I did some videos on, or I did some sections in the show of what's Greg playing, what's Greg working on, where I showed some kind of game I was playing, which is often going to be something that you've never heard of. Different indie games, Minecraft mods, different things like that. What's Greg working on, where I kind of show behind the scenes of here's a project that I'm doing, here's some of the code, here's some of the code challenges. Thinking about maybe splitting those out from the, here's why the idea guy sucks things, and maybe making that its own playlist if people are interested. I've worked on a lot of different projects. I've got a lot of different projects going on. There are some apps in there. There's some games in there. There's some PHP, MySQL databases that are app or game backends. People looking for dev logs, deep dives, stuff like that. You want to see what a large Unity project looks like that has shipped. I've done several non-game apps in Unity. That's not something that a lot of people talk about unless you go to some of the events. I've got a few pretty big games in terms of a lot of different moving parts. Got some different apps as well. I could deep dive into some of that. Some of the things I'm thinking about in the future for the channel, I plan to keep kind of making some of the same content that I have. I'm also, I want to do more kind of introductory stuff for people, because even with all the good content, even with Unity Premium going free, even with Brackeys and all the other YouTube stuff, I still, on some of the forums I'm on, see constantly people going, how do I get started? So I want to make some beginner courses that kind of aim at a beginner and show building a game from scratch. One of my favorite things was a thing I did a while back called the 5-Day Game Challenge, where I actually go through and take the user through building 3 or 4 different games and a menu system based around that over the course of 5 days in like an hour each. It was $19 to $99, but I've cut the price on everything to $17. That's not quite live yet, but when it is, I'll put it. But courses like that, where I'm going to show you not just how to build this game, but I'm going to show you how to build this game, and then we're going to change it into this game, and then we're going to change it into this other game, so that you can kind of see some of the common elements between those, where, you know, like going back to the old 2D example I had of here's a basket catching something. It's not that hard to take that and make that into, okay, now it's a spaceship and it's a Galaga type game. And now it's a side-scrolling space shooter or something like that, or now it's asteroids. But seeing different kinds of pieces of the game working together, and here's code that we wrote once, we're going to modify it and reuse it in a couple of different places. That stuff would have been really helpful to me early on. That's the kind of stuff that I want to do more of, because I think that's going to help people see. You want to see how to start a project. Some people are very intimidated by that blank scene and just don't quite know where to start. They got the idea, they don't know how to break it down, they don't know how to plan it out. That's tough on some people. I really like that part of it. I could talk about how I kind of break those things down, where to start, when to call in the artist. Talk about when programmer art is completely acceptable and when you're going to kind of hurt yourself by not bringing an artist in sooner than later. One of the other things I've thought about doing, and I just don't know if there's interest in this, is kind of a group coaching thing where you're part of a group, you get a 1-hour call per week, and maybe a one-on-one once a month. Now, that would be a paid thing, not a free thing, because gotta eat. My family's gotta eat. But that's bringing my 25 years of programming experience and 11 years of app and game building and publishing experience to bear on what problems you are having, whether that's game design related or programming related, or how to better debug or dial in on the hard to find issues, getting burned out, getting unstuck on your game. Because I've done a lot of that over the years. I've done a lot of that for myself. I've done a lot of that for clients. I've gone into other people's messes that they have abandoned for clients and kind of brought those back to life and brought them where they were ready to ship those out. So just want to kind of do a check-in, see how everybody's doing, see what you want from me. Of the things that I've mentioned in this 8 minutes, what do those things sound appealing to you? Drop a comment, let me know. If you want to see more lives like this, not necessarily where I ask like 80 questions, but if you want to see more if you want to see live stream coding, I'm happy to do that. I just want to serve the community, which is part of why I wanted to make this video, just to say what do y'all need from me? Because I just don't know. I can keep making content, but the more I know, the better I'll be able to help serve people, the better I'll be able to help serve this community. As always, thanks for tuning in, and just drop us a comment. Let us know, how are you doing? All this stuff. And what would you like to see in the future from How to Build Games? What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? What can we do different? Hear from you. Thanks for watching.